Peeps. 15-minute isometric core workout. Now this is going to be a doozy. The focus here is stabilization. And as we start to fatigue, we start to identify little weak points within our core, front, back, side, and the back. We're trying to get into those deep core muscles through the isometric contractions. 15 minutes, 45 seconds on, 15-second break in between each move. Let's do it. First move, hover. Come on. Hit it. Hover. Come on. Elbows under shoulders. Abs on tight. Squeeze the glutes. If you need to at any time, of course, you come here right now. You can drop the knees down whenever you need, all right? Right here. Now, I'm trying to lift my hips in line with my shoulders. I'm trying not to A-frame, right? Make a point with my torso. And I'm also trying not to sag or dump into my shoulders. So I'm actively pushing my elbows and forearms into the floor, spread my shoulder blades out, squeezing my glutes, and pulling my kneecaps up my thigh, right? That's what we're working on. Again, you can take the knees down whenever you want. If you're starting to shake, that's what we want. That's what we're trying to get with this workout, right? Time. 15 seconds. We're going to do right side. Why is a hover harder than a plank? Huh? Do you know? I'll tell you. When you do, ready, go. Side hover, right side. You can have the feet stacked, scissored. You can have one knee down. So long as elbow under shoulder, okay? Hips stacked on top of each other, squeeze the glutes, square everything to the front. When you're in a plank, think about this visually. You keep going, but just watch me. When you're in a plank, look. My torso's angled upright, or angled up a bit, right? Which means, because my torso's like this, because my body's angled upward slightly, my torso is bearing less of the load. When we go into a hover, we come down to our forearms, we become more flat. It's the same reason why doing push-ups on a bench is easier than doing push-ups on the flat floor. Okay, we're supporting rest. We're supporting more of our body weight, right? So that's why hovers are more difficult. Let's go to the other side. That 15 seconds was cake, actually. Maybe I should talk more often. Go. Look, when you're doing your side hovers, I like to try and keep everything on the ground from my pinky to my elbow. So I try not to let my wrist come up off the floor. I'm going to press my entire forearm from the tip of my pinky to my elbow into the floor. That helps me make sure that my shoulder blades are actively extended, right? So I'm not dumping into my shoulders. Gives me a little more stability as well. And really helps with healthy shoulders. Squeeze the butt. Lift the left side of your body away from the floor. Push hips forward. Ooh, I'm struggling. 1 second. Rest. Okay. Now, I did this on purpose for you. Come on to your back. We got bridges. You're welcome. But the booty about to be talking to you. Feet hip width, knees straight forward. Let's go. Lift the hips. Walk the shoulder blades up under you. Squeeze them. Okay, I don't really care what you do with your hands, right? Keep the chin off the chest. And you're actively pushing the hips upward and squeezing your butt, driving through the heels the whole time. You start to feel this seep out of the glutes into the hamstrings and lower back. That's what we're looking for with this isometric work, okay? This is a nice little morning routine, actually. Be good in the morning, 15 minutes. Get the blood going. It's not too hectic, but you're still getting a little bit of work. And it's less intense. Rest. Rest. 10 seconds. How we doing so far? We're doing single leg bridge next. You can pick any leg you want. I'm going to lift my right leg first. Left heel into the floor. Go for it. Now, I'm happy for you to extend the leg. Take the leg straight up. You can extend the heel, or you can keep it bent. All right? I'm easy. The focus is the down leg, though, the plant leg. Be careful if the hip starts sinking, right? If I drop the ball from your knee, you'd want it to roll straight down and hit you in the face. Okay? So think about that with the bottom leg, with the leg that's on the floor, the foot. and that butt cheek. And that butt cheek. 10 seconds. Come on. 10 seconds. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah. Okay. Okay. Things starting to get just a little bit spicy. You know what I mean? We're going to do the other butt cheek, other leg. This will feel like a whole new world. A whole new leg, I mean. A whole new world. Get your ass up. A whole new world. A whole new leg. Whew. Another tip. Be careful if the knees start to splay out, okay? Flare out. Keep them straight forward as much as possible, right? We're going to work to align the knees forward. That's a little bit of hip work, okay? Our hip adductors, right? The inside muscles on our legs. They stop our legs from flaring out like that, right? It's all part of the same chain. The hips connect the top and the bottom. You want strong hips, part of the core. Whew. Lift up. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right. You want the good news or bad news? I don't know what the good news is, but the bad news is we got boat pose in 5 seconds. Look at me. Options, plenty of them. All right, torso here. Go for it. Look, option, feet can be down so long as I'm lifting the chest. Feet can be up, least bent, or you can extend here. All right, for our boat pose, full boat. Or boat pose. I think low boat is called full boat, which is what we have next. I'm sorry. This is excellent for hip flexors, right? If you're feeling the hip flexors a lot, actively brace your core and try and lift your chest up, okay? I'm shaking. I'm trying to sit right on that tilt point, so I'm not on my lower back, but I'm not on my butt cheeks. And I'm trying to keep the legs as straight as possible. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Rest. Okay, that's the easy part. Hard part, low boat. All we're doing now is we go from here to this. But I'm trying to keep my back off the ground. Go. So my back is off the ground, right? If you need to, feet down, but that makes it a little bit harder for you. You can actually sit up a little bit, put the feet on the floor, okay? But if you can, we're here. And if you want more, arms overhead. Now a little bit of your back. Keep going. A little bit more of your back will be on the ground. That's okay, all right? But I'm trying to make a C with my body so I can almost just rock back and forth. See if you can get this. You got 10 seconds. This is all isometric, a little bit of integrated. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Woo. How we feeling? Oh. Side plank. Come on. Left side or right side. Hand down. And we're up. Now be careful of your wrist, all right? If your wrist is sore or starting to hurt, split the feet. That'll help. Or you can bring a knee down. All right? Spread the fingers out and grab the floor. And try not to dump into the shoulder blade, right? Lift this, extend through the shoulder blade. Active arm, and I'm externally rotating my arm, meaning I'm doing this into the floor, okay? Abs on tight as you can. 10 seconds, just 10 seconds. More than halfway, okay? This is our 9th minute. Our 9th minute. Time. Other side. Your core is going to thank you. Your core is going to thank you. I promise. 5 seconds, and we do side hover on the left. Remember, spread the fingers out. Grab the floor. Go for it. If you struggle with wrist pain, part of it is just spending time on your hands. That truly is part of it. But also wrist flexibility, mobility, and technique. Make the hand as active as possible, right? I'm squeezing my butt, driving everything to the front. I'm extending through my shoulders, right? Grabbing the floor, I can't see how many seconds are left. I'm so sorry, but that's okay. It's a mental challenge. We don't know how many seconds are left, but that's okay because you're more than halfway there. I guarantee you that. Well, we better be. 5, 4. Oh, time. Oh, that was pretty close. That was pretty close. All right, a little bit of yoga. Spine balance. Come on all fours, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Extend the right arm forward and the left leg back. Keep the toes tucked. Boom, lead with the heel, hand out. What am I trying to do here? If I had a broomstick on my back, it would not fall to either side, right? So I want a straight line from the back of my head to my heel, and I'm trying to lift my right arm, lift my left leg, but then also keep my left hip square with the right. So I'm not turning out this way, okay? 15 seconds. Engage the core, suck the belly button into the spine, okay? And then drop your right shoulder a little bit. Try not to lift the right shoulder, right? Rest. Same thing as with the side plank, okay? Try not to dump into the shoulders. I'm extending up through my shoulders. All right, 5 seconds, we got the other way. So this will be right leg, left arm. 3, 2, 1, go. Take your time. Every time you think about it, lift the right leg. Every time you think about it, lift the arm. When you think about it, drop the hip. Trying to keep everything in line. I'm not cheating. My hand is not resting on the couch. I promise. It will be for the next move. Woo, it will be for the next move. As I get tired, my hip starts to open up a little bit, right? So bring the right hip towards the floor. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, awkward plank. We're going to progress this. We're going to start in the plank, feet a little bit wide, okay? Plank is not hover, arms are straight. These last 3 moves are going to be challenging, all right? But you got it. It's just 45 seconds. Go. We'll start here in the plank, okay? Now I want you to do your best. Lift the right hand up. And just hold there for as long as you can, okay? If you need to, you can bring the hand back down. We got 30 seconds. If you want, you can lift the right hand and left leg. Awkward plank, but I'm trying to avoid my hips lifting like this or tilting too much like that, right? I want to keep everything in line as possible. You will wobble, that's okay. You got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Hey, I don't purport to be superhuman, okay? This is hard. This is challenging, but it's good. It's good. It's good. 5 seconds, other side. We start in plank, okay? And then we progress. Go. I'm here. My feet are a little wider, okay? If you want more challenge, you bring the feet closer together. The closer together the feet, the less dispersed the weight, the harder. I'm lifting my right arm now. My left arm now. Now you see when this happened and I started to dump this way? That's what I want to try and avoid. So I'd rather take my feet wider and go here. 15 seconds, I'm lifting. Lifting my leg as well. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, time. One more. Easy but not. Easier than awkward plank, that's for sure. We got beast. Hands under shoulders. So same pose, tabletop. Now all we do, lift the knees 1 inch off the floor. Go. And just hold here. That's all we're doing. Lift the knees 1 inch off the floor. You can start if you want. You can play around with lifting a foot, lifting a hand. But if you lift the hand, try and keep the knees close to the floor. Right? 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Knees are up. They're just barely skimming. If I hadn't shaved my leg hairs in a while, they'd be touching the floor. That's nasty. Extend through the shoulder blades. Around the upper back. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Done. 15 minutes. Isometric core. Deep core. Internal, external obliques, serratus, the glutes, hamstrings, adductors, abductors. That's a nice core workout, and you made it. Awesome work. If you need to cool down a little bit, by all means, wherever you are in the day, enjoy it. And wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. See y'all next time, peeps.